Hello, hello. We are going to do a future love spread for Earth sign Virgo. This will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising. If this reading resonates with you, I'm new to YouTube, so if you'd like to like or subscribe to my page, that would be greatly appreciated. I'm looking forward to bringing you guys monthly readings, by the least, maybe bi-weekly. We'll see. But yeah, if this reading resonates with you, please check out my other videos to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So this will be a future love spread for Virgo. We're going to take a look at why you haven't found your future love. Sometimes past people do show up in these readings, and I will let you know if that's the case. Sometimes you may be dealing with someone at the present as well, so if you are, that may be addressed here. We're going to take a look at why you haven't found them, how to overcome it, when or where will you guys meet, what will your first impressions of them be, and guidance tips for going forward. So the first question that we're going to go, or that we're going to seek, is why haven't you found them? So why hasn't Virgo found their future love? Why hasn't Virgo found their future love? The Hermit. Okay. How to overcome the Hermit, position 1. The Fool. What can Virgo do to meet them? What can Virgo do to meet them? The Sun. Huh. Okay. How will you know them? Ace of Swords. Okay. Where will you find them? Where will Virgo find their future love? Okay. Got the 8 of Wands. And when? 2 of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay. Guidance tips. Knight of Swords. What will your first impression of them be? 7 of Pentacles. What's the common bond between Virgo and their future love? 5 of Pentacles. And wisdom for the future. Three of Cups. Okay. Right off the hop, I'm actually taking a look at this and I'm kind of reading this multiple different ways. Might have to pull some clarifying cards for this one because I feel like right off the hop, I feel like this is already a present situation. I don't think this is talking about a future person. I think this is talking about a present situation with someone that you may be dealing with. Okay, so we're going to try to start the reading here. So the first question was, why haven't you found them? The first card that I pulled was the Hermit. So I feel like right now you're kind of in a self-reflection mode. You're not really dating, or if you are dating, you've taken a break from someone and you're just kind of thinking, reflecting, gathering some information, kind of going within to kind of get some clarity on a situation. Or if you're not dealing with someone, this may just mean that you're just kind of just taking a break, just doing some self-care, taking a break, and not really dating so much. The second question is, how can you overcome it? How can you overcome the Hermit is the Fool. So the Fool is about kind of being open to new experiences, kind of being naive, taking a look at things with a fresh set of eyes. Kind of the Fool to me is kind of like kind of to be like in a childlike state. So sometimes you do some overthinking. Maybe you stay in this mode for a little bit too long. Or if you're contemplating someone, maybe it's asking you to explore that option a little bit further. Take some chances and maybe take a look at things with a set of fresh eyes. Or if you're not dealing with anybody, it's just saying to kind of like come out, have some fun, and just try things. Just have fun trying things without any preconceived notions or expectations. Be open to trying some new things. Okay, so the third question is what you can do to meet them. You got the Sun, and in this position, in this context, I feel like with already pulling the Hermit and the Fool, maybe you're a little bit too serious at times. Maybe you overthink things. You kind of miss opportunities. You don't take chances with things because maybe you're too busy overthinking situations. I feel like the Sun in this context means to kind of like be in your own power. Be in your own power. The sun is everything. You need the sun to live. So I mean, like in your context, in this read, I feel like this is just about, again, fresh new beginnings and being able to kind of take chances and just to see where that might grow, because everything kind of fits in its perfect place eventually. The next position is how will you know them? I drew the Ace of Swords, and I'm actually just going to, so the Ace of Swords is, again, talking about a beginning and maybe talking about a beginning to new thought processes. Maybe if you're used to, overthinking things, you've got your own sets of thoughts and beliefs and foundations with the Hermit here. Maybe it's time to kind of try new things, new thoughts, new foundations. Don't bring your preconceived notions from past relationships or past experiences into new ones. Be open to new thoughts. It's time to kind of like bring on a new beginning with your thinking. I feel like this is very much has to do with your thinking. All right. So the next position is where will you find them and when will you find them? So where will you find them? You got the Eight of Wands. So this is talking about fast forward movement. This could mean communication. I mean, if we're talking about new ways of, if we're talking about coming out of hermit mode, talking about new ways of, or new thought patterns, new belief systems, giving things a shot, being naive. Maybe that means for you, maybe that means communicating more, being open to conversation, maybe trying something new with someone, other or away from the usual type that you usually go for. Yeah, but this kind of talks about like swift, fast forward motion. So maybe with these new thought patterns, maybe you're going to come out as the Sun, and you're gonna be able to bring these thoughts into actions to kind of start on a new journey in a fast forward motion. All right. So when will you meet them? When will you find them? Here again, we're talking about thoughts, and we're talking about being bound to some type of thoughts or decisions, and not being able to choose. So maybe this person will come into your life, or maybe this person already is in your life, and you're stuck between old patterns and thoughts of thinking and doing things. So it's like, okay, it's time for you to make a decision. Do I pursue this or do I not pursue this? And I feel like you're kind of bound in that mental prison again up here a little bit, especially with the Hermit here. So I feel like time for new thoughts and beginnings, new thoughts and foundations, beliefs and doing things. And this person is or will come into your life when you're kind of maybe at a crossroads of old patterns and thoughts, and maybe one can represent a new way of doing and thinking things. You're not too sure which way to go. So I feel like that's when the person will come into your life. Kind of situational. Okay. So your guidance for going forward is the Knight of Swords. So this is someone who is very sharp with their words. It could be in a negative sense, but this is a love read. So I mean, I would never suggest someone to be like really. If in the past, I mean, this could mean that if in the past you have been a person where you are very quick to let someone know how you feel, maybe in a negative sense. Maybe this is saying, if you've been maybe a little bit almost borderline abusive in the things that you say, it's telling you to be mindful of the things that you're saying. Maybe that's what this new beginnings is. Maybe it's finding healthier ways of communicating, so that maybe when you get angry or you get upset, maybe you just let everything fly off the tip of your tongue, and later on you regret it. The Knight of Swords here, in that type of sense, if that resonates with you, maybe it's just being more mindful. Think before you speak, because sometimes when you do say things to people, feelings do get hurt, and words do hurt. That's just to be mindful of the things that you say. Okay. Your first impression of your future love is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is someone that's really responsible financially, and like, they're responsible. They're able to plan. They're good with their money. They invest, and I think like in a work type sense too is that they put effort. They're calm and patient, and they put effort in the things that they enjoy to do. So whether that be relationships, work, everything, they just seem to be balanced. They plant their seeds, and they kind of wait for them to kind of like come to fruition. So maybe this is someone from your past, where you feel like they've kind of invested in you, and they're just kind of maybe they're waiting around for you. I kind of feel like this might be for someone in your past, or someone that you're dealing with presently. I feel like this is someone, I'm going to clarify this card. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So same thing again. They're very related card. For the clarifying card, I got Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who is very nurturing, very abundant, very financially stable, secure. Not only that, they attract wealth. Not only financially, but they may have a lot of friends. They're very loved. They're very people are kind of gravitated to them because they are just so nurturing. They are very lovable, and they're very responsible. And I kind of almost feel like this is someone almost like that you're dealing with already. Maybe this is someone that has put in a lot of effort in this situation, and maybe you have not been very nice to them. Maybe you've had some conflict in the past. You've been quick on your tongue. You know, maybe you've gotten angry in the past, and you're quick to anger, and how you express that is through hurtful words. And this person has been very patient with you, and they're kind of almost just waiting. They're waiting. They're kind of waiting for you and the situation to kind of come full circle. This is kind of how I'm feeling right now. Yeah, and I feel like if you do go towards this person, you know, you got the Nine of Pentacles, so I feel like you guys are going to be really, really kind of happy. I don't know if that kind of fits all together, but that's what I'm feeling right now. So I'm just going to say it. It may or may not resonate. The common bond between you is the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you've left this person out in the cold. Maybe you guys are on a break right now. You guys haven't been talking. You're thinking about coming back around. You know that you have to kind of address the things that you've said that were hurtful. You need to work on your words and how you kind of, you know, how you express your anger or your frustration, because maybe you've said some things that you've later regretted. So maybe this person is someone from your past or in your present that you've been dealing with, and this is an action in which maybe you want to take towards them. You want to kind of come in and apologize to them, possibly. Or if this is a brand new love sense, if this doesn't resonate as a past situation, your future love, the common bond between you is that both of you guys may have been in past situations in which maybe relationships stalled out, and you know, someone was not as giving as the other person, and the relationship never went anywhere. So they felt that maybe that relationship was a waste of time. Maybe that's something you guys have in common. But I feel like this is someone that you're dealing with at the moment. I think that's what we're going to go with. And I think that both you guys miss each other. Both you guys miss each other. And it looks as though both you guys want to communicate to each other. Both you guys miss each other. And I think that there's something that needs to be addressed here. And I think that's how you feel. I think that you want to maybe bring this person out of the cold, or the person that you're dealing with. Okay, so your future or your advice going forward. Yeah, this wasn't really much of a future love spread. I feel like this is someone that you're dealing with right now. Like right now at the present. Your advice going forward is the Three of Cups. Sometimes people attribute this card to third-party situations, cheating. If that's the case, your advice is don't cheat if you're going to be in a relationship. That's not a good thing. But that's not the only thing that this card means. This could mean, like, you know, giving your efforts to kind of a whole bunch of things. I think that when you're in a relationship, it's important to kind of work on that relationship, and I think that's what this card is talking about. It's talking about, you know, be mindful of the other situations that you're giving into, whether that be, you know, your friends and your social outings and your relationships and your hobbies and this and that. It's like, if don't put your relationship on the back burner. You know, you have to continually work on it and keep that a priority as well, for the other person to be appreciated. So that's what I feel like your advice is going forward. Let me know if that's resonated with you. If you liked your reading, please like or subscribe to my page. That would be greatly appreciated. And I'm looking forward to bringing you more readings, definitely monthly. but possibly bi-weekly. We're gonna see how everything goes because I'm pretty new to the channel. So yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope that reading was okay for you. Bye.